Hello, I am OP BonBon, also known as OP Blackzy. I'm going to cast this game that was played about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, but probably closer to about 3 weeks ago. I don't usually cast games where the only reason that I'm casting them is I did well. But then again, some funny things happened, and it's just an interesting game to watch. So, let's head over to the screen. And here we go. To hit play. Normal thing just happened at the beginning. Items are being bought. A little bit odd, we have a Sona starting Boots health pots and throwing in a ward. Not your usual support start, which is Fairy Charm Boots 3 Fairy Charm Boots. Fairy Charm 3 health pots, 3 wards. Lets you get a little bit of sustainability, you don't have the movement speed, but you have a little bit of mana, get your wards, get your health. It's a pretty good start. Pretty good use of that extra gold. You have Swain, of course, trying to protect blue, because usually you would come up and probably stand in that bush if you were going to invade. You have me playing Ezreal this time. We're going up, and I want to wait there, just ambush them as they come into lane. Sona's going up and checking. I actually did not know that Sona walked that close to Swain. And if you look, yes, I am using the directed camera. Sorry about my last replay. Um, when I have nothing to do with my hands because I'm using the directed camera, I tend to stroke my beard. And since I don't have an actual proper podcast mic, standing mic, this mic actually picks up the sound of me stroking my beard. Now that actually got me a little bit nervous. Up top we have Renekton and Darius, which I personally like Darius later on, but as we see, Renekton does get the first blood. We have Twisted Fate, which personally I love that we had a Twisted Fate. As we see, we have, or no, not we do. Um, as you see, we had a Fiddlesticks in the game that was just executed. It's pretty terrible. I actually did not know he was executed this early because, well, it's their Fiddlesticks. But doesn't surprise me. Not 1 second. I understand that Sona's supposed to be a poke comp, but our Sona was just a little bit too aggressive at times. As you saw there with, well, Sona getting nuked. Now as we're sitting, so we got first blood, and, well, some of us are actually farming, because Ashe is more focused on hitting us than last hitting. It's pretty ridiculous. That, yeah. At this point, I've missed a couple, and there I go. We do pick it up. I did use both of my summoner spells to pick that up, but I thought we could pick up a double. And I really need to be mindful because you could probably hear my beard in the mic. Now at this point they want to get Swain, but they're a bit worried about Swain just muscling down that tower, which sounds kind of funny, Swain muscling down a tower. But I'm going to be honest, I really don't like my team in this game. And there you go, a fiddle gank. Swain being pushed out of lane. Just isn't that hard to do, I don't think, when you can stun. Sona finally going back. At this point, I have an item advantage. I have my Berserker Greaves, and I have a Doran's Blade, where I think Ashe has actually... No, Ashe could get a Doran's Blade at this point, but I am one item up with the Berserker Greaves. Their Sona is finally working towards the Philo Stone. Our Sona has gone for Boots of Lucidity. I suppose she/he can themselves pretty quickly now. I'm not sure how optimal that is. There you see me trying to get a last hit and accidentally hitting Ashe. It's kind of amusing. To admit that's not what I meant. A lot of people can probably see I was trying to go for a last hit there. And here is Renekton going full force, but realizing, wait, there's a fiddle. But it looks like he's going to pick it up, but actually no, he isn't. Oh no, he is going to pick it up. As you can see, I kind of don't pay attention to some of the other lanes at time. And this was about 3 weeks ago. But that was a pretty good double by Renekton, turning a gank into a good opportunity. As we get another kill in mid. And we're trying to get a kill. When I was playing this game, I actually did not realize how close we were to a accidental ace. It has happened in games before, where a fight breaks out in all lanes at once, and then all of our lanes wins our fights, and we get an ace. At about 7 minutes getting an ace, pretty random. Now, a little bit of pushing back and forth in all lanes. We're trying to make something happen bot. Now, if you're wondering why I'm using a directed camera instead of a manual camera, to get this aspect ratio, to get this, I have to put the game into windowed mode. That was a pretty good missed grab by Darius. But I had to put it in the windowed mode, which means I'm not confined and I can't use my usual method of moving the screen. What can I say? I like to be a pain like that. But hopefully I can remember when certain things happen and use the mini map to check things out. There's like 2 things I want to highlight in particular on this replay. And that's where Sona, I wasn't expecting Sona to pull that out. It was pretty good actually. That's where I traded 1 for 1, but unfortunately, Summoner Spell Heal, pretty good. But Twisted Fate ult. So it was pretty much 2 for 2 on bot, which I don't know about assist, but kind of break even. We're pulling ahead in gold.
Lucky them.
Darius finally gets a kill, which is the bad, I shouldn't say the bad thing, but the annoying thing about Darius, even if you can hold him down, and he's doing a pretty good job holding him down because he only has 24 farm, that ult plus his bleed means that even late game he can get some pretty good kills. So he can be aggravating and get some kills even late game if you've held him down all game. Personally, I don't know if this calls for a Darius nerf, but it's kind of aggravating when you've played a near perfect game against someone and they can still pull kills out like that. Albeit, our Renekton isn't the most farmed either. But if you actually look down there, no one is. I'm got some good farm going on, and that's me taking out one person. And I was pretty sure, yeah, there you go. I do get my double. Going 4-1-0. Look at me, no assists. I'm gonna give you a spoiler, this pretty much does become the Ezreal show. I hate to say it. Hate to sound that cocky. But we're pulling a decent sized lead right now. Renekton is trying to close in on another kill. And there we go. Oh, does Fiddle wish he was up there, because taking those turret hits, they really do hurt. And I'm not actually sure who has their blue. We have Zin has their red. You have a blue. And I'm not actually sure who has their blue. We might actually have their blue. That is one downside to Swain, I'd have to say. That's why he, I believe, just picked up that pendant. Could be wrong about that. But we have a Fiddle that never wants to go Here's a good gank go on, but unfortunately Zin was there to gank too. Fiddle does get a shutdown, which it's going to bring him back. And unfortunately Sona picks up those kills. Not that I'm saying that there's anything wrong with Sona picking up kills occasionally, but you definitely want your AD carry to get money. Especially if it's an Ez going a Trin Force build, because Trin Force builds, let's face it, aren't as cheap as your Infinity Edge builds. And there goes another Ignite kill, I want to say. Ignite Exhaust is a thing that some Renektons pick up just because both of those things are pretty good on him. It's actually pretty easy to justify it over picking up, say, Flash, because you have that jump. It can help out a lot. Just having both of those things can pick you up a lot of kills that you would not have picked up. Like that one, he was pretty safe under his turret, and Renekton nearly died for no reason. And there's me picking up Sona. We have a pretty good fight going on mid, although Fiddles is looking to change it. He's going to jump in. Don't know if he's going to actually get anything. But it looks like, oh no, Twisted Fate is going to narrowly escape him by his beard. The hair on his beard. I'm way too amused at my own jokes. So we're going to go up and try to pick up blue, as you can see by the mini-map. I actually don't remember where that's coming from, but I think that's us, because we pretty much knew that was going to happen. as much as Renekton, as good as Renekton is, just picking on a Darius at half health when you're half health, not smart. I pretty much knew I was going to do that, as Sona tanks it like a boss, but unfortunately we do lose Sona. Xin picks that kill up, giving me another assist. I'm actually picking up assist now. So I can't say I'm that greedy if I'm picking up assists, right? Right? Not that I wouldn't pick that up. Now I pretty much have a Trin Force built. I just need the 300 to finish it. Zin's holding top. We have our 80 pair on the other team trying to push around, because pretty much you can figure that when you lose a tower, it's pretty it breaks down to your opponents wanting to roam more. If your opponents are roaming more, it gives you a little bit of room to roam as well. Here's where we get some epicness. We do get one trade, but it pretty much breaks down 2-2. I think assists would probably make it in the other favor. But I do have to admit that was a little bit of a KS. Twisted was probably going to pick that up. Now here's where you get a funny Twisted ult, followed by me picking up one and a second with some good Qs. So pretty much a wasted Twisted Fatal. And I pretty much will have enough money. I just picked up an unofficial triple. I am double buffed. I am feeling pretty good right now. Granted, I nearly have half of our kills right now. Spoiler, doesn't change. I mean, our Renekton is pretty good. I suppose I should have taken that into consideration later on. But I still have to say it's kind of funny what happens. I'm going to definitely have to point that out when it happens. But that's probably getting somewhat close to it. At least closer. I know that Renekton is dead, and that's why I don't like that silence. But I can still get away. Zin's trying to solo a Swain, as they both realize this is really not going anywhere fast. So backs away. Probably could have killed him, but I don't know. I didn't actually see how that fight was going myself. Ashe going to mid. Everyone, they want mid at this point. They want a tower. That was point blank Ashe arrow. We try to, unfortunately, sometimes you try to save an ally and it kind of just leads to your own death. Although seeing Sona kill Sona, kind of funny. Again, assists though. Assists do matter. But we have a pretty sizable gold lead at this point. And if you see gold breakdown, I'm pretty sure it's me. Because you see there Ashe sitting about nearly 4,000 gold, and me sitting at 7,500 gold. Get some good money. I wanted to get some good damage. But, what can I say? Sometimes you ult in the beginning of fights to do damage. At this point, I don't think it had fully set in yet that I had just about half of our kills. And I don't know why any of us, especially that Twisted Fate right there, didn't realize one more hit would have gotten us a good amount of gold by that tower. But we missed out on that opportunity. Just one hit. You just look at that, like, one auto attack. And this tower that's going to do a lot of damage to us finally gets taken down. Took a Sona. I pick up another kill. I have 10 of our 23 kills. It's kind of ridiculous. As Twisted Fate picks up another one. At this point, it is 1 for 3. Still pretty good. As a random Ash arrow flies by and hits nothing. Not quite sure. Don't think Ash arrows can hit creeps, but even if it did, you wouldn't even have hit a creep. You can tell I play Ash a lot. No, not really. So at this point of the game, I'm really not liking our Twisted Fate. Our Renekton, I'm feeling is okay, but way too suicidal. And it's not paying off, in my opinion. I mean, 6 and 7 is not that bad. But this is pretty good. Pretty good move by Sona with the ult. I pick up 2 more. We do lose Sona though, which is a little bit aggravating. And I figure we can just muscle this down before it even matters. What is Sona gonna do to us? Because at this point I picked up a Trinity Force. I have about 16 lifesteal. They're coming in one at a time, just feeding us kills basically at this point. I have about 16% in lifesteal on those items alone. I realize I cannot tank this tower forever. I don't know where Darius is. I'm backing off. Because like I said, even if Darius isn't doing good, you can't count him out. Because I thought Darius was going to pick up another one. Like I said, this game was about 3 weeks ago. I don't remember every part of it. We do lose Xin trying to push bottom. A little cat and mouse right now. And some good things. But there's what I said again about Darius being able to pick up a kill even when he hasn't done that great. Renekton is probably the only person in the game other than me that actually is trying to farm. Which at this point, I know I should have more farm than this, about by 30 maybe, but lanes broke down a while ago. I've been roaming. Twisted Fate does get caught out in the middle of nowhere again. At this point I do have a Bloodthirster. I want CDR. Honestly, my mana's not a problem, but CDR is really nice. Our red isn't up, or else I probably would have taken that too. And I'm trying to get as many creep kills at the moment because I have a Bloodthirster. You want to get your Bloodthirster to 8% as fast as possible. Because, hey, let's face it, Bloodthirster Trinity Ed's pretty good. Pretty good. A lot of damage. A lot of sustainability. Let's move that. So, here you see a Xin that's getting caught out, but a good flash, a good move, some Sona help. And Twisted Fate is coming in, but Fiddle's coming in also. I ult to help out, but I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do anything. Sona does pick one up, which I guess is funny because our Sonas, both Sonas actually have a couple kills right now. Sona, second MVP. And we have a Xin that is... To say he's not good is putting it lightly, to be honest. 1, 3, and 2. Our Sona has more kills and assists. Assist is a given because it's a Sona. your support should have the highest number of assists. Because that's just perfect, because it means they're in every fight, every team fight, getting in as many kills as possible. Good Sona ult to slow things down. Wish we could have picked that one up, but we're probably going to pick this up, and there I go, picking up Sona. Now, I kind of hurt right now. Pick up a double. I kind of hurt right now. And our opponents are fighting. I kind of hurt right now. Only if we would have known there's Darius right off screen. Just barely. But the smarter thing than picking up a Darius, although I do think Renekton will do just a fine job at this, and there you go. So we do pick up the Darius. We're going to pick up the Dragon also. Get that global gold going. Now at this point, we are... To say that we have a gold lead is to put it lightly. Although we do have a suicidal Renekton right now. Like I said, I don't think his suicidal ways are quite paying off. But out of our gold lead, Sona right now is... Renekton, I guess I can't say it's not completely paying off because he is right behind me also. But so many people have half of my gold. And it's just because I'm on this insane streak right now. I'm 15-1. I think at this point I realize I have about half of our kills. It's getting ridiculous. Now I'm trying to remember when something in particular happened, while also trying not to put myself off screen. Now we have a Darius with blue. I guess it's for the CDR. I guess. Personally, I'd probably rather give it to Fiddle, but because I mean, who else is going to use it? Well, I suppose Swain. I sometimes forget that there was a Swain in this game because, well, you can look at his score and forget there's a Swain in this game. At least Darius is somewhat carrying them. And this is where I pick up another one. Sona. And yes, did you see that? That was pretty good. I realize Swain's going for him. Twisted Fate does pick that up, but what can I say? I can't pick up every kill. I'm trying to get some heals up. Right now I'm actually at 5%. Pick up another one. It's pretty ridiculous. And we're trying to pick up top tower as well. Pick up an inhibitor. I think a lot of people at this point would just say, well, this game is pretty much done. I mean, we're getting inhibitor turrets and inhibitors, and they have not even gotten one turret yet. We have just those two things alone with our kill lead, with the dragons we've picked up, means to say it lightly, we have a gold lead. But unfortunately, that's where they shut me down. And 600 gold does go a long way in someone's build. Renekton does get a GA popped right now. Unfortunately, in those positions, when you've pushed out that far, there's 4 of them. I don't want to say you've been abandoned, but you've had to do what you have to do to live, that is. And right now, I'm looking around. We're trying to get Twisted Fate blue. Yeah. When you have 4 people standing around you, your GA pops. Unless you can pull off something epic, you're gonna die again. Which is kind of sad. Now at this point, looks like we're trying to force another, but I don't actually think I can get there in time. So we lose TF, we lose another person, and yeah, I just can't get there in time. Unfortunately. Some good things could have gone if I would have been there, but we end up losing 2-0. Suboptimal at best. Now, sorry about that. Voice decided to do something a little bit strange. Now Darius wastes an ult. I get there, and we pick up the 2-for-1. I pick up another kill. And then Darius is Darius. The bleed picks up another one. So it's 2-for-2. Not that optimal, but if you look down there, I got a GA now. I'm pretty close to full build now. I'm looking pretty scary, if I have to say so myself. We have a 9-kill lead, but because of turrets and outside forces, we have a 13k gold lead. Although about this point, I'm getting nervous because I know we have a gold lead, but the later the game goes on, the less gold matters. Because Ashe is going to finish 2 more items, which is going to be, I don't know why Ashe hasn't finished her boots yet. The mobility on it alone is pretty good. Now this is where we want to Baron. We want a Baron. And we start a Baron, but I don't actually remember if we're going to pick this up. They try to steal it, but yeah, we do pick it up. Now they're all here. We're running. I don't know why Swain comes up. I guess Swain wanted to give us a kill. And now Darius is looking at all of us. Well, almost all of us. Xin was killed somewhere in there. I probably missed something pretty important. But there's Twisted Fate being Twisted Fate. Running up by himself, taking 2 on. Now, we probably could have ended it here if we were smart, stick together, got a good fight going. But no. As you can see down there, by what you can see through my title, my little title down there, we have a few minutes left in the game. And next to it, you can clearly see there's a few minutes left in the game. But we are picking up turrets. I want to say that was the last of the inhib turrets. And if I looked over, that's the last of the inhib turrets. Now I'm over here. I realized quickly that we're out by ourselves. This is not good. But, and there's the Ashe ult. Now I'm in that situation where they're all around me. And Xin decides, well, I'm going to go in too. It's pretty clear I was going to die. Now Zin's running for his life. Twisted Fate decides, no, I don't want you to have Xin. Take me instead. So Twisted Fate decides to be the sacrificial lamb to the slaughter, as they're about to pick up their first turret of the game at the 33-minute mark. Now, of course, I'm trying to get my team together. We need to focus. We just picked up a Baron and don't want to say lost the team fight, but we put ourselves down pretty hard. And given a little bit of hope for, well, what shouldn't have been. Now here's something funny. I come up, I want to say this is where you see him go for this. I look at it, I nearly have half of our kills. I'm asking very nicely for red, and he won't give it to me. And look, yes, I did just ult for red. And he's right now complaining to me, saying he's not going to help me anymore. I do have to admit, he's not worthless. But if I had to choose who I would give red to, my 8-12-7 Renekton or my 19-3-10 Ez, I'd have to go with Ez every time. Especially since I'm sitting here and I can't actually remember what I'm trying to get right now. I have a GA, I mostly have a full build. I have just about everything that I could ask for. But right here, we do tend to blow stuff in this game, as you could see. It's 1-for-1 right now. I'm putting myself in the position that's pretty bad. I go down again. We do pick up another one, but right now we are sitting on 3-for-2, and we're about to go 4-for-2. Or I believe that's 3-for-2 right there. But we're about to go 4-for-2 right here. So right now we did come out of that ahead, even though I'm not particularly happy about it. We did come out ahead.
Purple team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
We do pick up some inhibs right now, which I'm very pleased with. We've pushed our gold lead by a little bit, I think. Terrible at math, but see, this is what you should never do. While you're casting, do math. You make yourself look brilliant. Now at this point, they should be realizing some are coming up. We might win here. There's a chance we could just win here. But with the turret, I mean, we do pick up one, but the turret is eventually going to pop our Renekton's GA. Swain is up. I don't quite think it was the right move to just try to win, especially with your AD carry down when your AD carry has 20 of your 48 kills. I'm not trying to push this, and trust me, I'm not trying to brag. I've had plenty of bad Ez games. I've had some terrible Ez games. But now I'm trying to pick up their red because I see red. Ashe finally picks up a Bloodthirster and boots. Ashe is actually at a point where she hurts right now. And that's not what I like to see. An Ashe who hurts. Fortunately for us, I really hurt also. I just have to use my abilities right. I have about 2,000 gold right now, which I'm sitting on thinking, okay, I'm almost at a full build. I just need, I don't know, I think like 100 more gold? Could be wrong. We have a Twisted Fate running for his life because he's actually being smart right now. Checking on red because I want to say I had left one on red purposely so it wouldn't respawn, but their Twisted Fate goes and clears it. You generally want to not clear the camps in your opponent's jungle. Yes, it means if you're doing well, you can't constantly take theirs. But there's also less of a chance for them to get it. There's Twisted Fate being our Twisted Fate and dying again. He tends to die a lot in this game. So now they're on the back foot. They have to defend. Now, if you go down, you see something funny. I have a lot of things right now. And how much money do I have? I don't have that much money, but I'm going to try to solo Baron just because I want to see if I can. But I see this fight breaking out. Now, I'm going to have to remember about 38 minutes and 50 seconds because I'm going to have to go back to it and slow it down. So, a lot of stuff is happening. I run in. They're all still alive. I pick one up. I pick two up. I pick. I die. Now I come back
Triple kill.
and pick another one up.
Blue team quadra
Now
kill. Ace.
that that's left over. It's a weird thing that happens if you go back right after the announcement still goes through. Now I want to go back to about right here. I want to show this off kind of because this is kind of random and epic. Let's go down to point 50. These two decide, well, we want to engage. I'm going to break this down for you. Just like some sportscasting. Break this down for you. They want to engage. Renekton kind of realizes I should run, but then it's like, wait, Xin jumped in. You get a good Darius being Darius, putting down some AoE. There goes the ult fail, because he does mistime his ult. Now Renekton goes down. They realize this is 5v3. I just tried to solo Baron, and I am at half health. I'm running because I realize they need me. I don't know if I can turn this around, but I'm hoping. There goes the Sono poke. Now, here I come in. Shot one. Everyone's nearly dead. We get the pull. I'm not actually sure what's going on right now. I'm just trying to kill Darius because I actually was not aware that the Darius failed the ult. There goes some moves off. I do miss my Q, but point blank. I pick one up. I pick two up. Now I want to say right here is where I go down, but I have a GA. Zin's come back in. Zin picks off Sona with almost no health left, and then is killed himself. So right now I'm sitting on a double. Zin kills one person and then dies. I come back, immediately kills Fiddle, or I kill Fiddle, who should have not been around. Now I'm at a fourth life. I'm nearly dead. I just crit for a lot. I jump behind her and boom, boom, one more auto attack crit because I have an infinity edge. I have a lot of damage right now. I pick up the quad. Now honestly, there's not much to say about this game. You should check my clan out. Nice gaming community. Join us if you want to have some fun, good talk, some good league discussions on what people should do, some team comps, maybe some ranked games. As you can see this way, over there, opgaming.net. We are OP is our phrase that our leader generously gave us. But opgaming.net, check us out. It's pretty good. I don't know why I'm watching the rest of this game in 1/4 speed. Let's go back to normal. And pretty much the rest of the game is us cleaning this up. Not really much to say other than have fun, enjoy League, and good luck, have fun, get some good games in.